So we're heading down Nimblewill Gap Rd, and as you can see, it is very tame compared to Old Bucktown Rd, night and day. There are a couple little small ruts right here, but nothing bad at all. The biggest thing here is now we're heading down, so I like to do it this way. I mean, you could do these two roads either way that you want. You can come up this side and go down. I kind of, I don't know, I just feel like for some reason that I have a little more control with momentum coming up as I do going down when it's rocky like that. So, yeah, we're bouncing a little bit. So you can see it is a little rocky in a couple of spots, but again, nothing compared to Old Bucktown Rd at all. And I am still in four-wheel drive just because I was in it, and I'm not 100% sure what to expect. I did this road a couple years back, so I'm not really too sure, you know, how it's been maintained or if it's been maintained at all. So I just left it in 4-high for now and see how it is. Alright, so I'm at 1.1 miles from the top heading down, and I'm not sure how well it shows up, but you got a pretty good rutted out section right here. It's not wet right now, so I mean, you can either go, I mean, the rut's not too bad, but it is rutted out. I mean, you can either straddle a rut or go in the ruts if you want. If it was all muddy, I would stay in the ruts, because usually you just kind of slip into them anyway. But again, nothing too bad, but it's a little unexpected to see that, considering the road's been in pretty decent shape thus far. So, but again, we have had a lot of rain recently, so that could be from people coming up here when it was obviously still wet and soft. And I'm not a mud person. I don't like mud. I try to avoid mud at all costs possible. And the reason is, it's not that I'm afraid of it, but I hate cleaning it off afterwards. So I've done it, and obviously if it's across the road and I gotta go through it, I'm gonna go through it, but you'll spend a lot of time getting cleaned up afterwards. So to me, it's just not worth it. To each their own. I mean, I don't care if people like to do that, but like I said, I have done it, but now I try to avoid it as much as I can. I'm at 3.4 miles. We've got a nice little campsite over here on the left. Actually, technically two campsites, one on each end. And I believe there's a couple more down here. I know there's National Forest Road 28, I think it's 28D. So here's another campsite right here. And you got people with small trailers in here. I mean, this part of the road is fine. I mean, this is maintained. It's not even necessary to be in four-wheel drive at this point. And obviously that's how you know. There's another campsite right there on the left. So I will leave the GPS coordinates to the start of this road from the other way. Campsite on the right. Nice campsite there. Yeah, like I said, I'll leave the coordinates from what will be my end, but if you wanted to just come up here and camp, you can do that, or if you come up the other side and come down, you can end your day over here. So those campsites were all, I think I said I was at like 3.4 or something, 3.4 to like 3.7. Coming down from the top. More campsites here, 3.9 looks like anyways. I'm not sure how you get to that one though. I saw a fire ring. I think you have to park over here out on the road and maybe just walk over there. But the ones on the left are along a creek. Okay, we're at 4.3 miles, and right here on the left is National Forest Road 28D. I believe there is a camp spot there. There is a water, I think that you cross the creek right here too. As you can see, I don't think it gets used that much. It's a dead end from what I've heard, with a potential camping spot at the end, but I'll just kind of go down here a little bit just to show you. Yeah, it's still pretty grown in. That's the crossing. There is a campsite over here on the right, which there's nobody at right now. Yeah, small little creek crossing. And then my understanding, I'm not going to do it today, I don't have the time to do it, but my understanding is that it does dead end. So we have pretty much finished Nimblewill Gap Rd. It took me about a half hour to do that as well, looking at about 4.5 to 5 miles of that. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.